Expected vote today on confirming John Brennan to be CIA director will not happen. That's because my next guest says he needs the answer to one question. That's Senator Republican Rand Paul from Kentucky. Senator, good morning to you and welcome back.
Good morning.
What's the question?
Well, I'd like to know if President Obama claims or says or asserts that he has the power to kill an American on American soil with a drone. And I would think the answer should be pretty easy. It should be a very short answer, should be no. I can't imagine the president would assert the power to kill an American on American soil. But John Brennan was asked this question in his confirmation hearing by Senator Wyden, and he refused to answer it. He's also been asked this question in writing, and as of today, we still have no answer. I just can't imagine that President Obama is going to assert the power to kill an American without a trial, without a judge, on American soil. That to me is very, very troubling, and really, I can't let this nomination go forward until we get an answer.
Then my question for you, Senator, is why could he not answer that?
Well, that's pretty worrisome because either a non-answer implies that he thinks he really does have that power. And you have to realize that some of these drone killings we're doing overseas don't target an individual that is named. They have what's called a signature strike. So if there's a line of cars coming from a place where we think bad guys live, we knock out the line of cars sometimes. Do we really want that level of scrutiny to be for an American leaving a meeting of political radicals that are condemning something our government's doing in, let's say, Houston, Texas? You know, really, that's not the kind of country we live in. In our country, we do want to punish bad people. And if you want to be a terrorist in our country, I do want you punished. But I really want you to be guilty before we punish you.
Senator, if he comes back to you and says, yes, we do have that authority, what then?
I think that's blatantly unconstitutional, blatantly defies the Fifth Amendment, and we'll fight tooth and nail to stop him from being in charge of any kind of drone killing project. If he thinks he can kill American citizens with no due process, I think that is particularly scary.
Senator Feinstein is not far from what you're saying now. Have you talked to her about this? Because she has objections over the same issue.
You know, they're talking about some kind of judicial review. I think it needs to be a real court, not a fake court, but a real court with a real judge and with a real jury. Because, you know, we all want to punish bad people. I'm for punishing rapists and murderers. I really want them punished. Same with terrorists. But when you're in America, when you get accused of a crime, you get a chance to present your day in court. And we're not talking about people with a grenade launcher on their shoulder. There's always been the ability to stop people who are in the process of committing violence. But Brennan has also stated, and President Obama has stated, that it has to be an immediate threat. No, it has to be an imminent threat, but it doesn't have to be immediate. And only a bunch of lawyers could say that something that is imminent really is the complete opposite. But so really, I'm a little bit worried about this.
Yeah, it would appear then that you're a no vote on Brennan at the moment. But you really can't block him entirely. I mean, you would need help from just about every Republican, right? And probably some Democrats. Somebody like Senator Feinstein.
I can get in the way, and ultimately I can demand that it takes 60 votes for them to secure passage and confirmation. But the bottom line is, my point isn't even really about Brennan. My point is about what is President Obama's policy. Does he believe he has the power to kill an American on American soil with no trial? That to me is so offensive that everybody in America should know that that's the president's position. If he won't answer the question, that is the president's position. So if we pass him, everybody in America needs to know that President Obama is asserting the authority to kill an American on American soil without a trial. Or they need to answer the question simply, no, they don't have that power. But they need to answer it.
Rand Paul, thank you for your time. A senator from Kentucky, clearly with objections over this. We'll see whether or not you get the right answers you're looking for. For our viewers at home, Hemmer@foxnews.com is the email. Also on Twitter, @BillHemmer. We can talk about this or anything you want. BYA, because you asked.